Hello there, Stevos, and welcome back to another episode of Steve's Movie Wrap-Up right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. Let's take a look and see what movies I've watched this week and what movies I have reviewed in this week's episode. You're watching Steve's Movie Wrap-Up, episode 75, right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. The first movie we'll be reviewing in this episode is Apocalypse. So first of all, we are starting with Apocalypse, which I gave 2 stars over on Letterboxd. Apocalypse is a movie that I have recently come across on Amazon Prime Video, which I didn't even know existed until recently, and added this to my watch list to watch. Now, this is a short movie, a film that lasts about 1 hour, 9 minutes, and I will say I did somewhat enjoy this movie. Apocalypse is a movie that is set during the apocalypse, and it's also an animated movie as well. I can see why this movie is a short film with a short running time though, because the animation looks like something that would have been done on a computer. It looks like something I would have animated back in my college days when I did a media course in college about 10 years ago. I will say that while the animation was decent, the music scoring was also rather well done as well. But I will say as we head towards the final act of the movie though, things do get weird and bizarre and also rather wacky and crazy too. There is also some references in here back to the pandemic that we went through 5 years ago, COVID-19, which does play a part somewhat in the Apocalypse too. Apocalypse is available to stream on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. Abduct. The next film that I have seen this week is Abduct, which I gave 2 stars over on Letterboxd. A woman's peaceful mountain getaway takes a bizarre turn when her boyfriend disappears and a random naked man shows up, claiming to be him. A nice little horror movie that I have watched, which I have recently stumbled upon on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. And again, similar to the last film that I reviewed, which was Apocalypse, this movie also comes with roughly the same running time as that did, clocking in at just 1 hour, 10 minutes. A nice short horror movie, but one that is rather intense and rather thrilling at times as well. I did enjoy this one somewhat, and I will say this is a movie I can see me going back to and rewatching again sometime in the future. The acting in this was rather decent, I found, and also the dialogue in this was well crafted too. But Abduct is available to stream over on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. Final Twist. The next movie I've watched this week is Final Twist, which I gave 1.5 stars over on Letterboxd. Monica has a podcast and Alex has a dark secret. Sometimes meeting up with online friends in real life isn't such a good idea. So this is actually a movie that is Spanish, which here in the UK has English dubbing to it. It's also a movie that I have discovered over the last few weeks on streaming service Amazon Prime Video here in the UK as well. So, what did I think of Final Twist? Well, I'll be honest, this is a movie that sadly I just couldn't get into, I am afraid. I get the concept behind this movie. It's not abnormal to meet people in real life who you have spoken to online. I have done this plenty of times myself before, where I have met people online, and I'm sure that won't be the last time that I do end up doing this either, especially with the lovely people who I have met from the power of TikTok and who are kind and genuine, and I have made no secret over the last few weeks that I would like to meet these people in real life over the coming months too. But back to the film Final Twist though, and as mentioned, I just could not get myself into this film sadly. I think it was because the music was rather repetitive all throughout this film. The characters seemed to be rather wooden, if I'm honest. The characters' actions were just so weird and out of place, and again, the dialogue just seemed rather off. There was a little bit of gore in here as well, but again, the gore seemed to be rather low budget, as this film is classed under the horror slash thriller genre. Is Final Twist a movie I can see myself watching again? Sadly not. Is this a movie I can see myself recommending to fans of horror and thriller moviegoers? Again, sadly not. I wouldn't waste your time watching this. This movie does also clock in with a running time of 1 hour and 35 minutes as well. But Final Twist is now streaming on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. Amityville Apartment. The next movie I have seen this week is Amityville Apartment, which I gave half a star over on Letterboxd. When it comes to the Amityville movies, I've never really been a fan of these movies at all, and given my star rating on this movie, I will say that I am going to keep this review short and simple. The Amityville Apartment is available on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK, and everything about this was really bad and unwatchable. The acting in this was like all the other previous films, which are terrible. This looks like a movie that was made in a college or something like that, and also being classed as a horror is an absolute disgrace because there isn't anything scary or scenes that will make you remember this film for a while. If anything, this film is unwatchable and also a movie that you will remember for a while, but not in a good way. You will just remember it as a movie you won't go back to again, because I certainly won't be. But the Amityville Apartment is now streaming on streaming service Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. The Devil's Hacksaw. And to end this week's episode of the movie wrap-up on quite a sour note, I watched The Devil's Hacksaw, which I gave half a star over on Letterboxd again. I recently came across The Devil's Hacksaw on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK, and I have given it a half a star rating because this movie was trash. I do see what they were trying to do here with the movie, but The Devil's Hacksaw is again classed as another horror movie on a very low budget, and I think you can tell this was done on a low budget. The acting in this seemed rather off, and also looked like something you would have found some college students had done for a project. I swear they tried to make a scene depicting Christmas as terrifying as they could, but if I wanted to see a scene set at Christmas in a horror movie, I'd just go back and rewatch Terrifier 3 again. At least that is far more better and more scarier than this was. I'm not going to remember this movie at all, sadly, and this is also a movie I wouldn't recommend watching either. The Devil's Hacksaw is now streaming on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. And that is all for this week's episode of the movie wrap up. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys have been watching this past week, whether it's old, new, in cinemas, on Blu-ray, on DVD, on VHS, or even on streaming as well. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you are new around here and you like what you see, then feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to become a Stevo. I will be back Monday the 14th of July 2025 at 4 PM UK time with a new episode of Steve's weekly vlog right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. It is episode 250, the 250th weekly vlog that I have done since starting the weekly vlogs back in 2019. But I'll be back again with another episode of Steve's movie wrap up right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, next Sunday, which is Sunday the 20th of July 2025. Hopefully by next week's episode as well, I will talk about Superman, F1 the movie, hopefully the Smurfs as well may get added in there. If not, that'll be the week after. And I'll also talk about, there was another movie as well which I'm thinking of, and it's gone out of my mind, but I can't remember what it was. But there is another movie I am planning to see that is in the cinema at the moment. I may just have to very quickly go and have a look before I wrap up this video. What movie was it? Because otherwise it's just going to bug me if I don't know. It was Jurassic World. That's the other one I was thinking of. So yeah, so Jurassic World Rebirth, F1 the movie, Superman, and hopefully I'll also add in the Smurfs as well if I do get time to sit down and go to the cinema to watch that movie next week. If not, then I'll talk about the Smurfs and I Know What You Did Last Summer and all of that in the week after's episode of the movie wrap up. But until then though, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next YouTube video.